What up, YouTube? We back with another reaction video. In this video, we're going to talk about the ICE agents that is currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I've been hearing a couple things about it on my Twitter feed and other people talking about it, about how these people are in the middle of the road, you know, blocking traffic, things of that nature. It's like, bro, why are you blocking traffic, bro? People got jobs to go to, family members to visit, you know, restaurants to go to, and people over here blocking the traffic, bro. Like, you can't tell me that's like something mentally going on up there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, people got things to do, man. Like, let the people do their job. Let the ICE just do their job. At the end of the day, everybody get paid to do their job. For me, so it's like, man, it's just something that's like unexplainable, you know? It's like, it don't make any sense. And I understand, like, you know, some people that's like here and they actually want to work, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, it's consequences of doing things illegally. People just forget the word illegal. You know, it's consequences to that, as we have laws in place, as we have rules, you know, policies in place, but things for people not to break those things, you know. So it's very unfortunate because there's some hardworking illegals out there, like immigrants out there, that's willing to do the job that a regular American won't do, unfortunately, because a lot of Americans nowadays are really like lazy and just don't like to work hard, you know. It's very unfortunate. And you know, that's why I've been seeing a couple people like my previous workshops and places I worked at before. I've been seeing a couple people that are working hard, like Spanish people like me. I'm not really Spanish for real, but I'm like, you know, Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever. But I'm mostly know English. But yeah, like people of my type of background or race, things of that nature, like they actually are hard workers. And I'm not downplaying that, you know, but at the end of the day, you just gotta do things the right way, and the further you could go doing things the right way. And that's just how that's just the way it is, you know. So we're about to check this video out. I saw this video on my Twitter feed as well, but I want to see like the actual video of it and see what they're talking about here, because this is actually insane. I ain't gonna lie. And the church is crazy right here. This is hunters show up for training to resist ICE, protect their neighbors. And so how they gonna protect their neighbors? But okay. And we're about to check it out and see what's going on here. Don't forget to like, comment, whatever you want to react to, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's get right into it, chat.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina, organizers and community members were already doing on-the-ground work in preparation even before Trump's latest attack started on that city over this weekend. A local immigrant rights group called Siembra North Carolina, started a project they call Defend and Recruit in Charlotte. They've published guides, they've published videos for what to do if federal immigration agents show up on your block or in your community. They've made posters for people to put on their doors. I gotta say, this is this is my personal favorite. It's in the style of those live, laugh, love signs. You'd see it like home.
Live, laugh, and love? Bro, this is, in this house we live, like there's room for everyone. Laugh. At least once a day, love, a judicial warrant. If you are a federal agent, you must present a signed warrant to enter. Insane, bro. Do they not know that with some of these, well, the majority of these illegals, they already check the background. You know, most of these they do recruit, or they do not recruit. I'll take that back. But do take away. It's people that's like, one, that has criminal records, two, that just knows their status. And you know, I'm not gonna say like all of them is actually doing like by the books, you know, but the majority of them are doing it like what they have to do, you know, and what information they got on that person they're trying to get, you know. It's not like just they pick up random people, you know. It's like that's just the way it is, man. And like them trying to like figure out ways and promote different ways to defend from federal agents is pretty radical to me. It's pretty radical.
Goods or whatever. Look what it says. In this house, we live like there's room for everyone. We laugh at least once a day, and we love a judicial warrant. If you are a federal agent, you must present a signed warrant to enter. That is very well done. Tonight, the group behind those resources held a community training at a local church in Charlotte.
In a church.
MS Now's Jacob Soboroff was there.
In a church. Supposed to be reading the word. False prophets, man. Supposed to be reading the word, you know, worshiping Jesus Christ. They in here training.
And got to look at the turnout. Look at this. Not a single empty seat in this church tonight. On a Monday night, over 300 people showing up to learn what they can do to try to protect their community from Trump's agents, who again started their attack on Charlotte this weekend. People tonight did role-playing exercises, talking about how to conduct safety patrols in your own neighborhood, how to react if you see.
Mind you, chat, this is a church. This is insane, bro. I'm like highly disappointed at how these people are reacting. Like, really, bro? Training to defend from ICE agents? Are they like... I'm pretty sure they get paid for this. I'm 100% sure they get paid for this. Because ain't no way that you're not getting paid. And you out here wasting your time. It has to be something behind it, bro. It ain't no way people are this radical and just this retarded, bro. It can't. It has to be something behind it, bro.
Trump's masked agents beating people up or snatching people off the streets. Jacob spoke to one of the organizers tonight, a pastor from a nearby town, about what it's like to see his community show up like this.
How does it make you feel to know that all these people showed up on a Monday night and you got many more of these to do?
Yeah, it makes me grateful and reminds me how much our community loves each other, and our community wants to support that. People don't come out on Monday nights, right, to anything. And so that people are showing up right now and spending their valuable time to learn how to care for each other and protect each other. I don't even have words for it.
Joining us now from Charlotte, North
False prophet, chat. False prophet for
Carolina's Jacob Soboroff, senior national correspondent for MS Now. Jacob, I'm so glad you were able to get to this tonight. What can you tell us about the event that you were at and what you saw?
Rachel, it was exciting and it was inspiring here at the church tonight in Charlotte in a very, very dark time. There were, as you saw in the video, hundreds of people here on a Monday night when they could be doing just about anything else. And I think it's fair to say, based on some unofficial counts that I've heard from sources here in Charlotte, that may be as many people in this church tonight. And there were 4 other trainings. Others have been scheduled here in North Carolina as federal agents on the ground conducting these operations. And Siembra has been in existence for a long time, since 2017. They have been preparing for this moment since the first Trump administration. But it was only now, with these community meetings already planned, and then the Border Patrol and ICE showed up, that they're really able to sort of effectuate all of this. And it isn't just kumbaya and holding hands. Some of the people that have been inside have already been to some of the trainings. And one woman, Jenny, I want to show you this. She told me that these trainings are not only for people to stand up and resist, but they actually work. They're protecting their fellow residents here. Watch this.
What's the most important thing that you've taken away from being at these trainings and actually being out in the field in the face of the Border Patrol being here?
I think obviously watching someone literally being detained, but I felt like our presence and the way that the rest of the folks in the parking lot at the grocery store where we were located, the community coming together prevented that from being executed. They let them go.
They let him go. They let him go.
Rachel, it's all very practical. I mean, in that case, Jenny, this teacher said they let someone go when the Siembra volunteers showed up to one of these raids. They hand out flyers like this to say what to do if you're detained. And I think, perhaps most importantly, like you said, they are learning from the other cities. And it's not just all doom and gloom. They even were teaching the people that were inside this church tonight songs to sing, This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine, when they show up to protect the people of this community so it doesn't get violent.
I'm confused, but what are they protecting, bro? Like, what are they protecting? Don't they have like kids to protect? Don't they have like family members to visit, bro? Like, why are they protecting somebody they don't really know for real? What if that person's a criminal they protecting? They gonna still protect that person? What if that person next to them they trying to protect is like a pedo or something? You know, somebody that criminal that did criminal acts before. You know, it's like it doesn't. It's not rendering with me. It's like you don't know the person's background. You know, that's why I find it so confusing. Like the ICE agents, the federal agents, they know the background of these people. I'm pretty sure they have like technology, especially nowadays, that they track the whole history of a certain person. You know, it's weird, man. It's very odd.
So it stays positive and uplifting in a moment that's really hard for so many people here.
I see people with whistles. We're seeing the singing that you're describing. It does seem like there's kind of an iterative process where each new city that gets attacked by Trump's agents learns something from the tactics that happened and that were employed by people standing up in the earlier cities to have been attacked. Charlotte didn't have much notice that this was all going to be being brought down upon them as of this weekend. Do you think the organizers are surprised by the turnout that they're getting in terms of these packed houses for the trainings and the large protests that we're already seeing, the way people are responding?
I think in the wake of the No King's Day protests, and there were some leaders of Indivisible locally here this evening.
Nah, the No King's protest was insane. No King's protest, ridiculous, bro.
They know that people want to stand up, and they know that people want to push back, and they actually know that these tactics work. They worked for family separation in 2018 when hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people came to the streets in not a bipartisan but a universal condemnation that resulted in the reversal of that policy. And I think that they believe that the same thing can happen now. There is nothing that Stephen Miller wants less, folks inside that church believe, than to hear people and see people smiling and celebrating fellow members of their community in the wake of these tactics where they want nothing more than for Stephen Miller wants nothing more for them to be throwing rocks and to be agitators and to play into the narrative that they are creating about a place like this. But I can tell you, I got to Charlotte this afternoon. It is as beautiful as ever. The people are as inspired as ever, and the organizers feel very emboldened that there will be many more people showing up at these trainings in the days and weeks to come. And the timing couldn't have been better, obviously, for the operation that's happening on the ground.
Jacob Soboroff, MS Now senior national correspondent. It's great to have you there tonight, Jacob. Thanks for covering this for us. I really appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel.
This was crazy, chat. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's very unfortunate, you know. People waste so much time, energy on like just doing something that's gonna happen, and it's like inevitable. You know, it's going to happen. And people just seem like they like the new age superheroes or something. They can magically stop it from people from doing their jobs. You know, it's pretty insane. Let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, chat, subscribe, and I'll see ya in the next video. Peace.